from this midrash. You know, the whole concept of the Mashiach ben Yosef, we have to get it absolutely right, in other words. And this goes back to Michael. This is why the concept of Michael, Michael, the guardian angel Michael, comes up all the time.
Had this necklace on. I didn't draw it that nicely, but he had a necklace like this, and this was a sun eclipse. It was a sun and a moon, and the infinity signs. And in this dream, I called him the Infinity Man. And military helicopters were descending upon him from all sides. But think about that. I called him Infinity Man. So we're talking about
time was drifting, this rocket got to roll. Restless feeling really got a hold. I started searching for a better way, and I kept on looking for a sign in the middle of the night, but I couldn't see the light.
That's one of the two brightest objects that have entered. That's not a magnitude 1 star. Watch. So the Baru and the Wormwood or Planet X has been reported.
Belly fever made me feel right, but I must admit it got the best of me. Getting down so deep I could drown. Now I can't get back the way I used to be. But I kept on looking for a sign in the middle of the night, but I couldn't see the light. No, I couldn't see the light.
But think about that. I called him Infinity Man. So we're talking about
You know, the whole concept of the Mashiach ben Yosef, we have to get it absolutely right, in other words. And this goes back to Michael. This is why the concept of Michael, Michael, the guardian angel Michael, comes up all the time. Because he has a role to play in advocating for the nations. Okay, to bring about final redemption. Just as Michael advocates for Yisrael, he also has to take a role and advocate for the nations, because the guardian angel of Esav is Hasatan. Who's the accuser. We're not going to get out of Israel, of exile, until we overcome the power of Hasatan to accuse against us. And the one thing that the nations have got in their merit is what they have done in order to imitate the name Yod-Heh-Vav-Heh at the highest levels of mercy possible, that's been revealed to them through the soul of Mashiach, albeit that this is encrusted in the darkest, deepest exile possible.
So nobody would have known that for thousands of years because they weren't using the proper devices and the proper codices that state what that is.
Left me stranded, took away my pride. Just another note of fatality. Kept on looking for a sign in the middle of the night, but I couldn't see the light. No, I couldn't see the light. Kept on looking for a way to take me through the night. Couldn't get it right. Couldn't get it right. Looking for a sign in the middle of the night, but I couldn't see the light. Couldn't see the light. Kept on looking for a way to take me through the night. Couldn't get it right. Couldn't get it right. Kept on looking for a sign in the middle of the night, but I couldn't see the light. Couldn't see the light. Kept on looking for a way to take me through the night.
If you want to hear some good music, stand in front of the musical wind machine. You'll have a great time.
Like to kind of rock and roll, huh? All right, you're gonna make me work for it. I see. Ah, you guys are great. Too much. Thank you. Let's say hello to everybody. Woo, all right.
We didn't see the 200 million army. We didn't see a person build the temple because they don't want it to happen. They don't want an heir to stand up. So So anyway, I showed you the Pressa. I've already showed you this right here. Who in the world can stand when this person shows you that? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you're in America and you couldn't realize that you're a Bible person. this has been out for 2 years. It means we're not looking in the place where the things are quantified and coming out in absolute, and you'd be the first one to disagree with that. But you can't disagree with it, because if you disagree, you say, oh, that doesn't matter, I'm precious. I'm making fun of myself, too, my family. You had to break out of that stuff. What's the root of David? D. What's the root of ball? B. House, base. So these things have already been verified. So somebody's way behind. The great thing is I've collected all the data from these different people who don't know who they're reporting on. Excuse my laughing, but let's get back to this. So that's a checkmate.
I see that you use the kuf and the lam instead of using the 5 letters.
Because you could type this in.
Michael, you use the kuf and the lamed to phonetically kind of say Michael. Figure your name Michael.
No vowel.
Kuf.
Yeah, I use multiple
Lamed.
spellings, and this is the one where I actually got a hit.
That's interesting that the one mem, it actually shares the mem in the other.
Right, so the mem in Michael shares the mem in appointed time at the end. So
See, that's connected to appointed time and the SARS.
Table, which has access term Peter
First.
Michael, it shares the mem in this.
Right away, there's no way a pastor can get around that, because they're using money with the signs on there and they don't know that. So we're past that time. Not even these folks know, but they're good people. It even says they are apprentices. So I have the information here. Don't tell me I can't charge for it.
Term, which is the access term for this table that also talks about the sanctuary.
Oh wow!
Right, so that's the access term for my table about the sanctuary in the Northeast, and then his name intersects that same term.
That very same term. That is very interesting.
In this table, yeah. So
Intersect.
again, through here we have the year Pei Tav Shin Pei Aleph, so that is the period 2020 through 21.
She's being pushed forward now. You know why? Hold on, stop.
Or the terms for the Hopi.
She's being pushed forward because those people stepping in it. Okay, I don't care who you are. Do you understand? You can't be blessing a person who's attached to this. Well, bless him in Jesus' name. Jesus is coming. He's at the State of the Union address. That's called scripting. They're told to do that because this person is 2 years ago. Chris Ray, I think, or Scott. Same team. So it's done. It's done.
Tack it up, buddy, gonna shut you down. It happened on the strip where the road is wide. Two cool shorts standing side by side. Yeah, a fuel-injected Stingray and a 413 are revving up their engines and it sounds real mean.
you don't like my passion, well, then that's because you don't have anything to gain from it. See, you'd only have something to lose from it. All right? This is a multiple person.
Picking up the pieces of my sweet shattered dream. I wonder how the old folks are tonight. Her name was Anne, and I'll be damned if I recall her face. She left me not knowing what to do. Carefree highway, let me slip away on you. Carefree highway, you've seen better days, the morning after blues, from my head down to my shoes. Carefree highway, let me slip away on you.
Torah code. See, so while this guy's already ordained, it's being pushed forward because nobody knows who they're looking for. So he's into numerics and that sort of computation without using these things. That's how I know to get on their doorstep and catch it.
As I walk through this world, nothing can stop a Duke of Earl. And you are my girl, and no one can hurt you. Oh no, yes I gonna love you. Come on, let me hold you, darling, 'cause I'm the Duke of Earl. So yeah. And when I hold you, you are my Duchess of Earl. We'll walk through my dukedom, and a paradise we will share. Yes,
That scares even me. If it doesn't scare you, then I question what kind of a soul you have and how you process information. Generation, the face of it. Psalm 22, the capstone's been found.
nothing can stop me now, 'cause I'm the Duke of Earl. So yeah.
Don't touch me. Hey, Ray. Hey, Sugar. Tell them who we are. Well, we're big rock singers, we got golden fingers, and we're loved everywhere we go.
That sounds like us.
We sing about beauty and we sing about truth at $10,000 a show.
Right.
We take all kind of pills to give us all kind of thrills, but the thrill we've never known is the thrill that'll get you when you get your picture on the cover of the Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone. Wanna see my picture on the cover? Stone. Wanna buy 5 copies for my mother? Yeah. Wanna see my smiling face on the cover of the Rolling Stone?
That's a very, very good idea.
I got a freaky old lady named a Coke Kitty who embroiders on my jeans. I got my poor old gray-haired daddy driving my limousine.
Now it's all designed. Blow our minds, but our minds won't really be blown. Like the blow that'll get you when you get your picture on the cover of the Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone. Wanna see our pictures on the cover? Stone. Wanna buy 5 copies for our mother? Yeah. Wanna see my smiling face on the cover of the Rolling Stone? Hey, I know how. Rock and roll!
Oh, that's beautiful.
We got a lot of little teenage blue-eyed groupies who do anything we say. We got a genuine Indian guru. He's teaching us a better way.
The Messiah will come. Interesting is that somehow what I see, and you can see interesting phenomena, I don't know really how to explain it, but we know that the angel of the Jews of Israel is Michael.
Copies for my mother. Wanna see my smiling face on the cover of the Rolling Stone. On the cover of the Rolling Stone. Wanna see my picture on the cover.
We ain't on the cover, baby.
We're copies for my mother.
I ain't kidding you.
My smiling
We will make a
face on the
beautiful
cover
cover.
of the Rolling Stone.
Hear a knock upon my door. Stranger calling. Eyes that look like mine. Said you know I've called before. What is fair now soon will be shown. Come walk with me through the unknown. Familiar stranger, should I know your name? Did we meet some time ago? I feel uncertain. Shadows whisper to me now. Sudden wind begins to blow. What is fair now soon will be shown. Come walk with me through the unknown.
Our work is done. That millennium of Shabbat. I'm looking forward to that. Okay, so it's just glorious, isn't it? The intermediary action that needs to happen to reveal Mashiach ben David and the oneness of Yod Heh Vav Heh. Teshuva is an intermediary action.
מה שאמר רב, אם הנחיהו, כגון רבינו הקדוש, גם כוונתו לצורך משיח אם הנחיהו.
Come walk with me through
Another name is Michael in this dream, and it's connected to the access term.
So far as we know, the shroud is yet to be replicated. Yet to be.
Going across this way, and that is the Archangel and the Prince of Israel. I thought that was interesting.
Have a good night, you guys.
דור, כפי שנראה בהמשך הדברים,
Familiar stranger, should I know your name? Did we meet some time ago? Are you someone I should know? Did we meet some time ago?
אלא אפילו כגון אנא שאיני מזרע דוד. מה שאמר רב אם הנחיהו כגון רבנו הקדוש, כך היא כוונתו על ניצוץ משיח בן יוסף שיבוא.
Okay, so we know that we can see how that's connected back to this concept of 166 quite clearly. Okay, but this is the big one, point 7, 8 and 9. Okay, so we've got, this comes up everywhere. It doesn't matter, it comes up all the time. Why does it come up all the time? Because it's the complete this is what reveals the name Yod Heh Vav Heh. This concept of the two Mashiachim, Mashiach ben Yosef, Mashiach ben David. Okay, so may his name be raised comes to 404. Okay, 4 times Michael. Michael is the archangel of Israel. He should also be petitioning for the nations. This is according to a story I read by Baal Shem Tov.
But when this glory is revealed, this is according to the prophets, that people are in dread and fear over. I'll share another dream that I had the Mashiach. In this dream, the Mashiach had this necklace on. I didn't draw it that nicely, but he had a necklace like this. And this was a sun eclipse. It was a sun and a moon and the infinity signs. And in this dream, I called him the Infinity Man. And military helicopters were descending upon him from all sides. But think about that. I called him Infinity Man. So we're talking about...
And he's not doing that. He's an advocate for Israel. He should also be an advocate for the nations, the good that the nations do. But according to Baal Shem Tov, he doesn't fulfill.
Because there's nobody smart enough to talk to the guy when he goes in. Christians are waiting for a man to fly in to fulfill Presa, a taking up of property based on an and sign, musical, lira, house, bass, omega. On and on and on, royal lira, royal metathesis. Just that floors people because they don't know what's real knowledge still and what's not.
Every highway, I got to see you, my old friend. Every highway, you've seen better days, the morning after blues, from my head down to my shoes. Every highway, let me slip slip away on you. Searching through the fragments of my dream-shadowed sleep, I wonder if the years have closed your mind. I guess it must be wanderlust or trying to get free from the good old faithful feeling we once knew. Carefree highway, let me slip away on you. Carefree highway, you've seen the better days, the morning after blues, and my head down to my shoes. Carefree highway, let me slip away on you. Let me slip away on you. Carefree highway, I got to see you, my old friend. Carefree highway, you've seen better days, the morning after blues, from my head down to my shoes. Carefree highway, let me slip away